Hey everybody, and I'm excited that y'all have all joined us for our Live with Liz call tonight. Super excited to have the world's traveler, Sapphire Ambassador Amy Fall, on our call tonight, and I'm super excited to hear a lot of different tips and just a lot of her story as well that she can share with us tonight. Amy is a mother of 7. Is that right, Amy?
Yes.
Yep, and so she is, again, a Sapphire Ambassador with Plexus, and so we have no excuse, literally, to not be rocking this business through the nooks and crannies of our life in all facets, and so I'm excited. I'm very appreciative that you all have taken time out of your busy, busy schedules. We all do have busy lives, but I'm excited that we're going to learn from Amy tonight, and I just appreciate you being on the call tonight, Amy. It means a lot to us, so.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks a lot for having me. I always feel humbled and honored when people ask me, because I was so nice having people like think about you and want to talk to you and hear your tips. And I feel like the way we all grow in Plexus is if we all brainstorm and bounce ideas off of each other and help each other and truly embrace one Plexus, so we can grow and we can grow quickly and momentum can start. And we don't have to reinvent the wheel. So aloha, guys. I am from the island of Kauai. I love it there. I have 7 children and I homeschool. I was prior Air Force intelligence, and I have my master's degree in business, and I had no desire to do Plexus. I was a wholesale ambassador for 7 months before I decided to share. I'm not sure if any of y'all were around with Plexus when the iPad promotion was in. Were any of y'all part of Plexus then? And basically, I wanted to win my kids an iPad for Christmas. So I had to get 3 customers and 3 ambassadors. And I said, well, you know what? I'm just going to try it. I'm too busy to have a business. I truthfully avoided multi-level marketers like the plague. I felt like they only wanted me for my money. And I did not embrace network marketing as a business. So I just had this stigma of multi-level marketers. It's not a real job. So when the iPads came out, I signed both my sisters and my mom, and that was my 3 ambassadors. And then I signed like my cousins, and those were my 3 customers. So I won an iPad. Well, they saw the business and they started signing people. So within the first month of earning the iPad, I had a paycheck of about $500. And I was like, okay, that was easy. Like I didn't really have to do much, and I didn't want a business. So it organically started to grow. I do not think Plexus is a lottery ticket. I think it takes a ton of work. It takes dedication and perseverance and consistent working this. It takes sacrifice. It takes giving up Netflix every night or watching movies all the time. Reading books, whatever it is that you do in your, basically, if you want Plexus to work quickly, you to have this business, for you to have your dreams come true quicker, then you need to give up as much time as you possibly can. So when my business started to grow, I said, okay, fine. I'm just going to start it. I'm going to try it and see what happens. And so I worked really hard. And I will tell y'all some of the tips I did to get to where I am. I hit Sapphire at my 15-month mark with Plexus, and I will go Diamond this month. And that was, so it'll be a total of 16 months when I hit Diamond. My husband hit Sapphire this month. So and we do this with 7 kids. So I tell people, I have people on my team that say that, you know, they have no time. And I try and let them know, I get it. Just because I have 7 and you have 2 does not mean that I'm more busy than you, because 2 people could run somebody crazy ragged while I could be fine with 7. You know, we're all different. We all have different stress levels and different, you know, things we can but if you can get anything from this call, I want you to put the number, write it down, circle it, $20,000. I want you to think on that number, because with Plexus, I want you to dream big. What would you do with $20,000 a month? How would that change your life? Don't think, oh, what would I do with 250 to 500? That's what we usually tell people with Plexus. But with Plexus, the possibilities are endless, guys. You're working hard at the beginning. When you're gold, I truthfully feel like gold is the hardest rank to make. But gold, you're like trying and you're pushing and you're pushing, and you get people that are like, each person that tells you they had candida die off depresses you. You know, and you get so upset about it. And then one person signs up and you're on cloud 9, and then somebody falls off and they're a white line and you're sad again. So once you get off that roller coaster of up and down and up and down, and just realize that this is a numbers game, and the end goal is that awesome 20-year check. And guys, that's conservative. $20,000 in Plexus is pretty conservative, because once you start going, it's like a train. You can't even stop it. People are joining and joining, and you're not really doing like what you were doing. When I first started this, I worked hard, really, really hard. And granted, I work hard now, but it's different. It's in a different way. Like today, 17 people joined my team. I didn't sign up one of those. But in the beginning, I did sign up those. I was constantly working and constantly working. So it's a numbers game. So you keep signing, and you sign as many people as you can, and you realize that not everyone is you. Okay? I see Julie on here. I see Amy. I see Diane. Not everyone is you. Y'all obviously have motivation, or you wouldn't be on this call. Okay, so you are determined to succeed with Plexus. So, and you're willing to sacrifice, but not everyone gets that. Remember, I was a wholesale ambassador for 7 months. My bugged me so bad. And I was like, would you just stop? Like, I don't want this business. So once I wanted it, I did it. But you can't force people, or you'll push them away. You just keep reaching out and keep reaching out. And you just remember, it's a numbers game. You don't need a ton of people on your team. You just need a few really good ones. Okay, a few really good ones. Look for people of influence. Do not be scared of people that make a lot of money. Do not be scared of people that are very educated, because people like that think outside the box, and they are willing to work hard. I prayed for a year for a girl that her husband's a doctor, and she's a nurse, and she's the head fitness instructor on our island. I prayed for her for a year. She was my number one person I wanted on my team when I first started Plexus. So y'all, most of y'all, all of you have done contact lists and circled the people you want, right? You need to have contact lists, circle the people you want on your team, and that's be reaching out to consistently. I reached out to her for a year. It took a year for her to sign up, and she just hit Emerald last month at her 7th month mark. Her level 1 hits Emerald this month at her 5-month mark. If I had not continued reaching out to her and been consistent, I would not have those 600 people on my team. So victory, momentum could be right around the corner. So success is right around the corner. Do not quit before you reach that. Do not quit. Stay consistent, right on the board. 4 years. I'm going to give Plexus 4 years. I'm going to work it consistently every single day. If I only am willing to do 10 minutes a day, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 10 minutes every day. If you want to go quicker, then you better be working like an hour or 2 a day. This is not scrolling Facebook, okay, guys? That is not income producing. Is scrolling Facebook waste your time when you get stuck into the black hole of this internet. So do that. Do your income producing activity first. That is contact 3 to 5 people a day. You need to be contacting, go through your Facebook list and contact. Hey girl, I know you've seen me blowing up Facebook with this product called Plexus. I love it. It has changed my life. Do you have 10 minutes this week that we could talk? Does Monday at 6 work for you? You're not giving them an option. Do you see what I'm saying? You're just sort of telling them, I want to get on a call with you. Do you have 10 minutes this week that'll work for you? I need you to try Plexus because it's amazing. These are your elementary school friends that you have not talked to since elementary school. People think you have to have relationships. You don't. I have signed up tons of elementary school friends, people that I've not talked to since literally I was a kid. And I sent that message. Hey, I've seen you. I know you've seen me blowing up your Facebook account. I'm a mom of 7. I had no energy. People can relate to you in some form with no energy, hormonal issues, bowel issue, weight. You can try and connect to somebody very quickly through a Facebook message. So send out 3 to 5 messages. You can copy and paste those messages, but personalize them. Hey, your kids are so cute. I love seeing, Christian's little baptism the other day. You've probably seen me blowing up Facebook with Plexus, and I just felt like I needed to tell you about it because it has changed my family of 9's lives. Do you see what I'm saying? So you're reaching out to people in a bold way. Don't worry about it. All they can say to you is no, right? No. What if they say yes? What if they've secretly been so stressed out, their marriage is on the brink of divorce from finances, and you have a key? $34.95 could change their life. Or they go to bed every night and they are fighting with their spouse because they're so hormonal from, their hormones being out of whack. There's lots of things, guys, that I tell people, you know what it's done for you. You know what it's done for family members. So just share it and don't be embarrassed, because what I tell people is we're all people pleasers at heart. We don't want our friends and family mad at us or to think we're trying to get money out of them. So that's why people are hesitant to share Plexus. When you first sign somebody up, I will tell you all the steps we do on our team. I think that how you should do Plexus is, in Barnes and Nobles, they have books. It's called Computers for Dummies, Internet for Dummies. They need a book called Plexus for Dummies. Seriously, because we try and make this the most hard thing ever. We feel like we have to do 1 million training videos and 1 million Facebook parties, and everybody tries to do all of this stuff. But if we could just bring it back to the basics and keep it easy. When you first signed up, were you willing to do what you're doing now? Probably not, right? You just signed up and you didn't really want to work it. This is what I tell everybody. I write 2 lines and I send it to my newbie. As soon as somebody signs up, I send them 2 lines and I say copy and post it on Facebook with a selfie. The reason I say selfie is because they haven't gotten their product yet because they're brand new. And selfies are known to have the most likes and comments. The 2 lines I write are, so excited to start this natural supplement called Plexus that my friend Amy told me about. She got better energy, better gut health, better sleep, lost some weight. Who wants to try this with me? That's it. Do you see how I'm not telling my new person to say it works? Because the number one objection with Plexus is I'm not sharing until I have a testimony. I want to see what it does for me first. That's what everybody says. So you block that objection by saying, I get it. I didn't want to share it either because I didn't have a testimony. But you're not really forcing people to believe your testimony. You're sharing my testimony. People want to do stuff with you. I mean, think about it. If you go on a diet, you drag your best friend along to the gym with you, right? When you do Weight Watchers, you grab a few friends. You usually don't do it by yourself. So that's why Plexus, you will have a couple friends reach out to you. When somebody likes, now remember, you're doing this for your newbies because y'all are the experts, right? Y'all are the experts. You know more than them. They're brand new. As soon as they do that post, somebody likes it. Or somebody says, what is Plexus? Instantly, that newbie gets embarrassed. They get red. They get heart palpitations. They're like, I don't know what Plexus is. What does it do? What am I going to say? We've all been there, right? You don't know what to say. So what you do is you start a 3-way message and you put Elizabeth, the new person, and you in a 3-way message. And you say, hey, Nancy, I'm so glad you asked what Plexus is. I just ordered my product. I haven't even tried it yet, but my friend Elizabeth can answer all your questions and you have got to hear her testimony. And then she takes over the conversation for you. So you watch what she says to that person. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the steps we do with every single newbie, every new person that joins our team, and we always promote Silver in 7 days. So they all same thing. We all start separate 3-way messages with whoever comments on their post, and then we tell them as soon as they sign up, okay, so I'd like you to get 3 to 5 people on a Zoom with me within 3 to 5 days. Does Monday at 6 o'clock work for you? And that's how I say it. And people don't say, I'm not doing that. No one says that. They might say, I don't know what a Zoom is. And I'll say, it's easy. I'll send you the link. You just have to send this link to people and just get 3 people. It can be your best friends, your mom, your cousins. 3 people that will support you and just listen to this. And I get them to get 3 people on a Zoom with me. And all I do is I go over the Fab 4 in my testimony. It's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, very chill and casual. And through that, we have had huge success. People go silver in 7 days. We've had 2 Silver Star winners in the past 3 months. We've had 4 or 5 Fast Start Golds. And it's all because we do Zooms. Instead of 3-way phone calls or instead of little, I'm not a proponent of opportunity meetings. Lots of people love opportunity meetings. Get your people to opportunity meetings. I feel like opportunity meetings are all ambassadors. And it's so big that I can't personally get to know them. But I can personally get to know you, Amy, or you, Chad, or you, Megan, if there's just us 3 on a Zoom. for 20 minutes. Women can bond in 10 minutes on the beach beside each other, be best friends, and Facebook friending each other. So if you can get them on a Zoom like this with just 3 people, they talk about their issues, they talk about their health concerns, you bond with them, and then they feel like they're part of a team and they sign up. But if you have like a big group like this, like I don't have time for your health issues and your financial issues, but with 3 people I do. So I do like 3 to 4 Zooms a day. That's how many Zooms I do. But my team went from 150 added a month to last month was 430. And I did that in 3.5 months time just from implementing these Zooms. All my leaders do these Zooms. Everybody does these Zooms. So every time somebody signs up a newbie, we get them on a Zoom. Obviously, some people will tell you no, even when you're bold and bossy. And that's fine. You just move on. But you do have to be a little bold and a little bossy with Plexus. And the reason is because people are looking for you to tell them what to do. They really are. They don't know what Plexus is. They don't know anything, and you are the expert. So you tell them, okay, like what I tell my people is I say, okay, pick the triplex combo. When they're signing up, add the X factor. All of my people buy the Welcome Pack Triplex and the X Factor. So we start all of our people in Fab 4. And if they say, you know, what I used to say, I'll give you an example, is if they're like, oh, that's a lot of money, I would say, oh, I know. Well, I mean, you could just do the Slim, you know, and then maybe add the ProBio Bio later, or you could just do ProBio Bio Cleanse, because I was nervous, because I was like, man, money, like I'd get embarrassed when they would talk about money. Now I say, no, it's really not a lot. It's like $3 a day, and you're going to save that on not spending your money on the junk at the grocery store. So what I do with cost objection now is I block it immediately by saying, I thought it would be expensive, but it's truly not. It's like $3 or $4 a day. I got my health back, and I don't eat half a pint of Haagen-Dazs chocolate peanut butter ice cream every night anymore, or I don't drink any sodas, or I'm not stopping at the, you know, at fast food. And so I just block the objection pretty quickly and then move on. Don't stick around the price, because people will want to buy. There's people that carry Coach purses that you don't even know how they afforded a Coach purse, but they have one, right? Or there's like, I paid for Shakeology, which is a powder you mix. It was $150 for just the powder for a month's supply. And so lots of people buy stuff. Plexus is actually very cheap. You just have to be confident when you're speaking about the money. So sell the Fab 4 right away. If you have a customer and they say, well, I'm only going to try it for a month. I know that this is going to be scary what I'm going to tell you to say, but what I say is, well, then this probably is not the product for you. Because if you're not willing to give this 3 to 6 months, then it's really not going to be worth your time and your money, because Plexus gets to the root of the issue, and that's what you really want. So when you're ready to do longer, then come back and talk to me, because I would love to help you get healthier. And then they're like, what? You're telling me I can't buy your stuff now, or that I can't, you know, and then they order into them for about 3 to 6 months, which is what you want. You do not want somebody being on it a month, because what if they have Candida to die off? You know, you need people on this product consistently for 3 to 6 months. You really do. You can tell them 2 months if you want, 60 to 90 days, but you want to get them sold on the product for 3 months before they actually buy. Okay? So I talked about what we do when we get a newbie. We do the start the 3-way messages, post on Facebook, start the 3-way messages, do the Zooms. And we have a 4-week training that we do every single month. It's the same training. Every single month we release a training. It's 4 weeks. And I can send that to Elizabeth if you want it. But basically every month it starts, and all your newbies get in that. So if you are not accountable to somebody right now, you need to get accountable to somebody, whether that's your upline or a sideline or something, because you need to tag team this with somebody. If you don't, it's very easy to just get involved with life. Life gets busy. You start playing with your kids, and you realize, I didn't even post on Facebook today. I didn't even reach out to people today. You need to be constantly doing that. What my husband and I do is we make it a goal everywhere we go to get 3 to 5 new Facebook friends. And how I do that is I walk into the mall, and let's say I go into a sunglass store and buy sunglasses. I would walk up to the guy as I'm paying and I would say, you have such a great personality. I want you for my team. Do you have 10 minutes this week we can talk? And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. Are you on Facebook? Here. And I hand him my phone and I say, put your name in and I'll friend you, and then we can message back and forth. And people will not tell you no when you put your phone in their face. They really don't. They don't say, no, you crazy stalker woman, because I'm standing there with 7 kids, like they really do it. So just try it. Say to people, hey, are you on Facebook? Hear me, and we can message back and forth. And that's what you do. Hey, are you on Facebook? I mean, just practice these lines. And if you're not a type A personality, if it scares you to talk to new people, just try it and keep trying it and stand in front of the mirror and say it. And another thing I want y'all to grasp, if you have a hard time telling people that you work for Plexus, would you be embarrassed to say you're a teacher? Would you be embarrassed to say you're a doctor or a car salesman? Yeah, probably. That's what my husband was. That was not very funny. Okay, like anything. But like those are the things. You're not embarrassed to say what your profession is. So don't be embarrassed to tell people you're a network marketer. You need to say it with confidence. Like, I work for the best health and wellness company ever, and their compensation plan is amazing. It's $35 to sign up, and I want you on my team. Do you have 10 minutes this week to talk? So you're being very bold and confident because you want to come across like you're a recruiter. You're recruiting people for your team, and you're picking the cream of the crop. And you want them to feel that. Okay, so you're walking up to people. What we do is we go into Whole Foods. That's like our thing, is Whole Foods. We go into Whole Foods and we say, hey, you're holistic. You're my people. I need you on my team because you get health. That's what I say. I'm like, get health. Like, this is awesome. Like, we looked all in our GPS because we're traveling around the United States to find a Whole Foods because we understand each other. And then I'm like, I want you on my team. I have this awesome opportunity for you. Do you have 10 minutes this week we can talk? And they might be like, I don't know. And then I'll say, well, are you on Facebook? Let's just message back and forth. And then I get them on Facebook. And once they are on Facebook, they start seeing your pictures, you start commenting on their stuff a little bit, and then you start talking Plexus. You have to expand your realm of your circle of influence, guys. If your friends are only like in the same circle, you're not going to grow quickly. You have to get circles. And how do you do that? You have to talk about it. So you have to go to the gym and make new friends. You have to go to the grocery store and talk to people. So go everywhere and talk to people. Like Megan. Okay, so she's wearing a Plexus shirt right now. So people will talk to her about Plexus. I mean, we're driving in a 45-foot bus that's completely wrapped Plexus. I don't even know if y'all have all seen that, but I mean, you can't get any more crazy marketing than that. I mean, we have people all the time asking us about Plexus. So I don't know. I just want to drive into y'all the dream of what you would do with $20,000 a month and how that would change your life. Because if you stick with this company for 4 years, consistently, you will be there. There's no doubt in my mind the only way you can fail with Plexus is if you quit. That's it. Share on Facebook twice today. Make a commitment right now today. Make a commitment right now to get with your upline and do a Zoom with 3 people this week. Just talking over the Fab Four, just giving your testimony. Very simple. That's it. And just try and get every single newbie that signs up silver in 7 days. And you do that by telling them, hey, let's get you your product free. Can you get 3 people to do this Zoom with me and just listen to the products? And most of them can do that. I mean, think about it. Haven't y'all been to Pampered Chef parties and Origami Owl parties and all of those parties? Well, this is easier than that because it's just 20 or 30 minutes on a computer where they don't even have to leave their house. They can sit in their pajamas. So Zoom's pretty much transformed my business because it was really hard to get people to get out of their house after sports and school and all that stuff. So if you can do this at 9 o'clock at night, it really helps. Do you have any questions for me?
This has been awesome. If anybody has a question, you can unmute yourself and ask Amy really quick.
I can talk all night, so y'all better start answering questions.
Amy, I'm Marcy, and I'm excited for you to send the training because I really think that will help whenever I sign on new people to have that training every 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see that.
Is Elizabeth your upline?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll send it to her and then she can send it out to y'all. It really has helped us because it weeds out the 20% of people that are going to work, because this training like requires you to actually do the assignments. So it's like make your hunter contact list, make your dream board, listen to the X Factor call by the creator Dave Brown and tell us what you got from it. Watch a Diamond Doc every single day. Tell us what resonated with you. And so you're constantly like telling people what to do, and it helps because they have to put the effort in. And as they're watching Diamond documentaries and hearing Les Brown and researching ingredients and contacting people, your business is growing and their belief is being built.
Oh, okay. This is the same idea as yours, right, Megan? It's the same thing that you were doing with us?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. I was making sure.
Yep.
It's great. I love it.
That's awesome. Good question, Marcy. Good question. I wanted to reiterate, I've talked to, I think, almost every single person on this call already, and then, of course, a lot more that we're not able to get on the call tonight, about doing these Zoom opportunity meetings, and we haven't had a lot of people take me up on that. But do y'all have any questions about what that is or what that means or why you think that we're preaching this to you so much? Does anybody have any questions about that?
No, because Elizabeth, I love it, and I really want my people to do it because I think it'll be so beneficial because of with our hectic lives. I really like the Zoom idea better.
I think one of the biggest things I want to challenge us all on here to do is to not worry about our people just yet, but all of us do it first.
Yeah, that's good.
When we do it, then they're going to do it, because if somebody has got on one, and Amy may have mentioned this, or I don't think she has, if you get 3 people on there, those 3 people, when they start to do one, they're likely going to be more apt to do it because they've done it themselves.
Yes.
If you're asking a new person to do something that you haven't even had them do, they're going to be like, well, what the heck? So I would encourage every single person on this call to get with me. Everybody on this call has 20 minutes to spare the next 4 or 5 days, and we can all do a Zoom call with 3 people.
Yeah, and it will help your team grow, because if, like, Kimberly, I see you're muted or whatever, Julie, if y'all all if you're like, I can't get 3 people. Like, 3 people is really hard because I've been doing Plexus a while. Even 1 or 2. I know that sounds crazy, but it is worth your time. When I was first starting Plexus, even when I was a senior gold, senior Ruby, I always would drive for 1 person. I never would not go for 1 person. It's worth your time for 1 person, because that 1 person can transform your whole team. Yep. So you really, if you can just get a Zoom with 1 person, just do a lot of them. You don't have to spend an hour on the Zoom. You can just spend 20, 30 minutes and then it's done. 1 person signs up. The next day, do it again. Whatever you got to do, but just ask, guys. And when you're asking people, just say, hey, will you support me? Would you come listen to my friend talk about Plexus? It's only 20 minutes, please. You can ask your friends that. Your friends and your family usually will do that if you ask them, please, will you listen to this for 20 minutes? I'll send you the link. So I would just tell y'all that just do it this week. Make it your goal to get people on Zooms.
Absolutely. I love it. And I know that they're effective. Absolutely.
Yes.
Amy, I have a quick question about the Zooms.
Yeah.
Are you doing them just in the evenings, or are you doing some during the day too?
Well, now that I'm traveling, I'm only doing the evening because most of my team's Hawaii, so they're 6 hours behind.
Okay.
So, but no, when I started this, I did them all day. So okay. I did them. I don't work a job. I stay home and homeschool the kids. So whatever convenient for those people, because obviously whatever they're going to make excuses not to get on. But if you're like, oh no, whatever works for you, is 9 a.m. better before work? I mean, you just make it accessible to them, you know?
Okay.
Good question. Anybody else have any other questions for Amy? No? You've jammed a lot of good information in here, Amy, and I've said it several times in the past week, and I've just really been dwelling on the fact that if we would get back to the basics, I myself have been very guilty of, I've got to do this, and I've got to do that, and I've got to do this different, I've got to do that different, and that's not the case at all. It's merely share the products on a daily basis and help people do the same.
If you can just grasp that right now, it will transform your business. I have a girl that joined the same time as me. We powered up. She joined the same time as me. She just hit Senior Ruby. And the reason she just hit Senior Ruby is because she fell right into management mode, because that's where she was comfortable. She loves training. She's an amazing trainer. She makes the best trainings, but she does not do the basics. She does not personally sponsor people. She doesn't, so her levels go way too deep, you know, and that's the problem. And so she's not growing because all she does is she works with her team, doing Facebook virtual parties and Facebook other kind of parties. I mean, there's so many things going on in her team. I can't even keep up. And that's another thing. When newbies sign up, y'all can, I mean, it's your team, you do whatever you want. But for us, I just tell my people now, like, you add them to one team page, nothing else. If they are the 20% that work really hard, because I would love them to be in my page, because I want everybody in my page. But for the sake of not confusing a new person, then I tell my people, don't put them in my page until they're actually moving with Plexus and understand the difference in pages and groups and all of that stuff. Because you put them in 2 or 3 different uplines groups, they have no clue what they're supposed to be doing. And then they're not personally bonding with you. They're like spread out everywhere. So I tell my people all the time, like, the more personal, the better. I don't want to be looked at as the leader. I want you to be looked at as the leader, and I can guest appear on your team calls, or I can, you know, help you in any way possible, but I don't want to be like the face of your team. You know, I want you to be their person, you know. And so when a newbie signs up, they don't need so much information. Like, okay, Monday night's Sonia Dudley's call, Tuesday night is this person's call, Wednesday night's this person's call, Thursday is a Facebook virtual party, Friday is this, Saturday's training, Sunday, and it's just too much. New people don't want all of that. You know, they need just a few things, and then they determine how much they need. You feed them. But if they're not, you sure don't want to like push them off by giving them so much they're just confused.
Great point. Anybody else have a last question for Amy? I appreciate you so very much, Amy. This has been so good, and I think it's something that we've as a team been talking about a lot of lately. Just getting back to the basics and really working with Zooms. I've been, you know, preaching Zoom lately, so I appreciate you for just hammering that in again and spending your evening and sharing with us. I do love that, and I think you hit the nail on the head when you said that if we can just all join together and this huge momentum, you know, happening, which I think it is happening.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else you wanted to say, Amy?
I'm good.
Okay. Well, thank y'all so
Unless
much.
y'all have any questions. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. And hopefully maybe you'll make Emerald. Elizabeth, you're going to be in Hawaii this year.
Hey, that's the plan.
I know. You've got it. Just, you know, it's so doable.
That's right.
Yep. Well, I'll see y'all at convention.
All right.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Amy. Have a good night.